So it's a marvelous day in the neighborhood to like, subscribe, and follow. This is Truly News. We promise not to have any disgustingly gross adult-only stories today, don't we? Well?
Kids warning.
So usually we are... Never mind. Like, subscribe, and follow This Truly News for weird stuff all over the world and right in your backyard. That makes a bad pun if you're thinking of Scott's story from yesterday.
Around the world, across the nation, and up your street.
Yeah, that doesn't work either. Like, subscribe, and follow, although I'm not sure why now. And if you find a weird story that, especially if Scott would like it, send it off to titr@netradio.network. Thank you.
I'm looking for one that gives me the exact location of my funny nodules.
Ew.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
Okay, I'm going to give you just a moment or two. Again, this is kind of an adult thing.
We have advertised this as being family. No, we haven't. We've never.
No, we really haven't. Well, it depends on what your family's like.
That's true. If you're if Wednesday would fit in at your house.
Oh, yeah. So a photographer from Newfoundland, from a town named Dildo, has captured images.
You didn't mispronounce that right and mean like Bilbo the Hobbit.
No, it's Dildo. How else are you going to?
Could be Bilbo's cousin, I suppose.
Bilbo's cousin Dildo. Nice.
I don't know.
Anyway, he captured some images of an iceberg off the Canadian coast, I should say, consisting of a column with a domed head protruding up from two oval rafts of ice. Photographer Ken Pretty captured a shot of the phallic ice formation via drone near the town of Harbor Grace, which sits along, and I'm not making this up, Conception Bay. Perhaps, unsurprisingly, the Dickieberg, as locals are calling it, has attracted international attention, with Pretty sharing news stories from as far away as Thailand and Taiwan on his Facebook page. Alas, the iceberg lacked staying power. Pretty photographed the 30-foot, 9.1-meter phallic structure on Thursday, April 27th. It collapsed the next day. Oh, sure, he tried pouring tons of those little blue pills in the water and nothing happened.
Probably used too many of those to begin with. That's what...
The rebound sucks.
Just bang. Yeah.
So there you go. It wasn't as nasty as yesterday's.
No. Well, later you'll find out we're like a Warner Brothers cartoon. Yeah. If I told you the land of milk and honey, what land would I be talking about?
Canaan.
Yeah. Israel.
No, well, yeah.
It is maybe the land of milk and honey, but definitely not fruit roll-ups and honey. You seen this?
No.
The price of fruit roll-ups is it's skyrocketing in Israel because of a viral video. Skyrocketing to the point when an American couple was caught last week trying to smuggle in 375 pounds of the fruit roll-ups stuffed in suitcases at the Ben Gurion airport near Tel Aviv.
Illicit fruit roll-ups?
They were busted for going over the 11-pound food limit.
There we go.
I don't know. A video posted by Israeli news outlet Mako showed a customs official rifling through the bags as someone off camera claims he brought the treats for his family. Go by that.
A large family.
Well, yeah. Single roll-up would cost what, about $5 here?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
They're up to $6 now in Israel.
Holy cow.
Oh, no, there's a reason. A TikTok viral video showed fans how you freeze and wrap the the weirdly textured, whatever it is. You freeze it and you wrap it around ice cream and make it into sort of a crunchy cone. The resulting popularity explosion has made the fruity strips scarce in both the U.S. and abroad and has spawned what always happens when there's more demand than product. The ever-popular market of black.
Yes. Yes. Too bad all the fruit was used up today. What we've got is legumes. So do your
Freeze
best.
them up and put your ice cream in there and see how we do. And next week it's Brussels sprouts, so carry on. Last week alone, Israeli customs officials confiscated at least 661 pounds of the candy. Mitchell Cohen, the owner of the historic Economy Candy Shop in the East Village, told the Post that customer recently placed an order for 10,000 boxes of fruit roll-ups. I reached out to my distributor and they said, look, dude.
No.
I haven't seen fruit roll-ups in months.
I blame COVID.
He said,
supply chain.
Dude, you just can't turn on the fruit roll-up machine and crank any more out.
Why not?
That's what I'm kind of wondering. He added he saw a similar viral obsession during the pandemic when, remember the toxic waste slime liquors?
Yeah.
Which look and function like a small deodorant, but instead apply a roll-on sour liquid to your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was apparently red hot. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
The latest viral infatuation has also led to increased orders from other local confection creators, including a jump in sales for Jory Fruit Rolls, a Brooklyn-based company
Okay.
that manufactures a product similar in appearance to fruit roll-ups, but just enough different to not infringe on copyright, but calls it a healthier option because they have stuff like real dried fruit instead of
wow. Yeah. Well, then I'm going to have to rethink my whole legumes idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to get some plastic legumes and make fruit roll-ups out of those.
Well, they'd be more veggie roll-ups, and wouldn't they really?
That's not going to sell the way fruit roll-ups will.
True. Ray Shalhoub, who I'm guessing is no relation to Tony, the owner of the, I love him, the owner of the Windsor Terrace-based family business that began in the 50s, said he has seen about a 50% spike in sales over the past couple of months.
Wow.
General Mills, which manufactures fruit roll-ups, didn't respond to requests for comments because basically they're trying to make a lot of fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, they're doing the best they can. How do you suppose they're squishing it now? Because they used to do it with just a bunch of people in a vat with their feet. And then Italy sued.
Yeah. And so then they went to like little women with roller pins.
Yeah, doing that.
And it's labor intensive. Israeli authorities didn't say if the Americans were detained or if their sticky stash was just confiscated, but the candy craze did prompt the Israeli Minister of Health to issue a warning saying, here's an idea for a much healthier roll. Cucumber roll. Try that.
That man has I repeat, no foresight. That man cannot think.
Says the guy who wants to make legume rolls.
I like beans.
Get away from me. Well, they are musical, so
yeah.
Oh,
man, remind me to tell you the story about
because when you tell me a story, that's all we do then is storytell.
I worked at a very popular sandwich shop that was known for its fresh eating. Owner of the store hired me, and within a month, I was made the store's main closer. All the responsibility of a manager without any of the authority or recognition.
Fresh eating.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean at times I'm eating fresh that isn't?
Maybe.
I hate when my fresh is old.
One day.
Is it fresh? Yes. You sure?
Because not anymore.
If fresh lasts too long, it's not.
One day, a guy walks in, asks to speak to the manager. Being the only one there, and with anything close to that responsibility, I said, how can I help you? Told me the sandwich he ordered online was messed up and he needed a refund. I informed him we couldn't do refunds, but I could give him credit for next time or make him a new sandwich right away. His reaction was absolutely deranged, started screaming, saying if he didn't get his money back, they'd regret it.
That's good. Threatening someone in public is always good.
Yeah. Smart young person at the, fresh food place warned him he'd call 911 if he didn't calm down and just made everything worse. The guy attempts to climb over the make line to grab him, but luckily I was able to back away and stay out of his grasp. He ended up throwing his phone, which hit me in the face and cut my eyebrow open. Lucky. It's a good theft deterrent. Luckily, another customer had called the authorities a while before, and they walked in just then.
Timing.
I think it goes without saying that he got apprehended, and I pressed charges. Worst part? The owner berated me.
What?
saying I needed to work on my people skills.
He got the whole story, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Employers, remember this story, and quit acting like yourself.
See, that's how you know when some owners work their way up. They remember. My dad was terrific.
Yeah.
If you got yelled at from him at work, you did something stupid.
You earned it.
Legendary stupid.
Yeah.
And then there are other people that I may have worked for,
or not,
who bellowed like a stuck whale. Do stuck whales bellow? Let's hope they do. It's like, no, please. Let's remember, little common sense goes a long way. Of course, I'm not sure if you can buy that in Israel or anywhere else either.
Right?
This came from Michelle, who I'm glad she got that other job now.
Why
when
is
a
that?
Tourist at a Tibetan hotel noticed a rather foul odor in his room and asked to move rooms, please. The traveler spent half a day in the room wondering where that smell was coming from. Initially suspected either the bakery downstairs or perhaps his own feet were doing something bad. He was later informed, no. Yeah.
Since when do bakeries smell like feet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can get weird smells out of bakeries.
Well, you can get the yeast.
Dude, he's got a smell. He can't find a reason for it. So there are two reasons he's got in his head: the bakery downstairs or his feet.
Makes no sense.
Maybe he works in an Italian bread shop.
Or making fruit roll-ups the old-fashioned way.
But he was later informed that the smell he had in the old room was from a dead body they found.
We just had no place else to put it.
Under the bed. Where's the first place has he not seen Taken? Where's the one place you always check? For
under the bed.
Sake.
Every child knows.
If you're
this.
outside, look under the vehicle.
Right.
The tourist, identified only as Mr. Zhang, had checked into the hotel, said to be popular among internet influencers in Lhasa on April 20th.
Everybody else is going to want one.
According to reports in China's state-affiliated media, but it was not until 2 days later, after he had transferred rooms. See, in America, we'd have been out of that room and demanding a refund or a new room immediately. Anyway, after a couple days, transferred rooms, learned the source of the smell when he was summoned back to the original room by a group of police officers. Why do I picture Starsky and Hutch and Huggy Bear? I don't know. I asked them what happened, and they told me someone had died. So I asked them where, and they said, under your bed. Well, what was your bed?
Yeah.
Police told him they had opened a murder investigation, but he was not a suspect because the body had been lying there for several days before he arrived. Question.
Go right ahead.
How did house cleaning not notice, I don't know, something, anything?
Well, how did you mistake the smell of a decaying body for that odor coming from a bakery?
Well, if you've never smelled one. I mean, it's not, if you smell that kind of Swedish aroma, you don't know it's marijuana until you know.
A Swedish aroma.
It's rather sweet.
Oh, I thought you said Swedish. I was thinking.
No,
it's more Norwegian if it's anything Nordic.
Blonde is not a smell. The police told him they had opened a murder investigation. The case been widely reported across China, many state-affiliated news outlets publishing video footage of the subsequent arrest of a suspect on a train bound for Lanzhou, about 2,000 miles about 2,000 miles from Tibet.
My.
Why would you? How?
Well, whoever it is, they're going to be
How
late.
far is it from War Road?
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.